The first thing I notice is the way she laughs. Soft, private, the kind she used to save for me. I'm standing in the doorway of our study, coffee burning through the paper cup because I've squeezed it too hard. The hallway bulb flickers like it's nervous. Emily doesn't see me. Her back is turned, shoulders curved toward the laptop the way sunflowers bend for light. A man's laugh comes back through her headset. Low, intimate, 2 syllables that feel like a hand sliding under my ribs. She says, "You always know how to make me feel better." I swallow. The house is quiet except for the hum of the old desktop and the dog clicking his nails on the kitchen linoleum. My own pulse is louder than both. 2 weeks ago she told me, "I've been video chatting with my cousin Sarah and the kids. Catch-up time while you're on shift." She even rolled her eyes in that self-mocking way. I know, I'm becoming a Zoom cliché. I kissed the top of her head, told her I was glad she had company. Tonight I was supposed to be at the station till dawn, but the propane alarm on engine 3 malfunctioned. Captain sent us home. I walked in planning to surprise her, maybe order Thai, crawl into bed with our laptops and a dumb movie. Instead I'm watching my wife tuck a strand of hair behind her ear the way she did on our first date when she was nervous I'd figure out she was out of my league. I clear my throat. She startles, spins around, yanks the headset off so fast the cord whips the desk. "Luke. What are you?" Alarm was busted. Got off early. I try to smile. It feels like cardboard. "Who's the friend?" "Just Sarah," she says, too quickly. "We were planning Thanksgiving." I nod like that makes sense even though Sarah's voice sounded nothing like the gravel mail I heard. Emily's eyes dart to the lower corner of her screen. She taps a key and the window vanishes. The click is soft. Final. Casket lid final. I want to ask, who were you really talking to? But the words gum together in my mouth. Instead I back out of the room saying, "I'll start dinner, like the rest of my life can still be normal if I just keep feeding us." She follows, tries to hug me from behind while I cube chicken. I feel her breasts against my back, the same pressure that once anchored me after bad calls. House fires, codes on toddlers, old ladies who died alone. Tonight it's foreign, like borrowed clothes. "I missed you," she whispers. I nod again because I'm afraid of what my voice will do. We eat in silence. She keeps refilling my water glass, small guilty gestures. I remember learning in EMT school that the body can lose 2 liters of blood before it finally quits. I wonder how much betrayal a 20-year marriage can lose before the same happens. At 3:12 a.m. I'm still staring at the ceiling fan. Emily's breathing is fake steady. I know she's awake too. When the alarm on her phone buzzes, one short vibration, the kind you set when you don't want someone else to hear, I count to 30 before I pretend to shift in my sleep. She slips out of bed, tiptoes to the study. I give her a minute, then swing my legs over the edge. The hardwood is cold. Each step is a decision I'm not sure I'm ready to make. The door is cracked. Blue light spills across the hallway carpet. She's whispering, "Can't keep doing this late, he almost caught us." A man answers, tinny through speakers. "You said you'd tell him by Christmas." "I will. I just need more time." Christmas. She's budgeting time like it's a layaway plan. I push the door open. She looks up, mouth round, eyes wet. The screen shows a face, early 30s, stylish stubble, living room poster of some band I don't recognize. He sees me the same instant she slams the laptop shut. The room smells of lavender candle and panic. "Who is he?" My voice is flat. A stranger's. "Luke." "Who is he?" She presses both palms to her cheeks like she's trying to hold her face together. "His name is Jonah. We met in the grief support forum after Mom died." She exhales a brittle laugh. I know how that sounds. It sounds like a punch I didn't brace for. Her mother's funeral was 8 months ago. I'd worked overtime so she could take the trip back to Oregon. Held her in the airport when she came home thinner, quieter. I thought we were healing. "You've been grieving into someone else's bed?" I ask. She flinches. We haven't. It's not physical. Yet. I finish. Silence stretches until it snaps. I felt alone, she says, so soft I almost miss it. I want to scream that I was right here, that my body still carries the scar from the nail gun accident that paid for her nursing degree, that I have never once walked past another woman and imagined trading in the life we built. Instead I walk out because the room is shrinking. I sleep, or pretend to, on the couch. At dawn I hear her car start, tires retreating down the gravel drive. I picture her going to Jonah, to the park, to the church, to anywhere that isn't here. The house feels like a crime scene I'm too close to see clearly. I force myself to shower, shave, put on the uniform. Duty is a life raft. Cling or drown. Shift is a blur. We answer a cardiac call at the senior high-rise. A minor MVA on the interstate. My partner, Danny, keeps glancing at me. You okay, Cap? She asks when we restock saline. Yeah. Liar. I almost smile. At home the silence is heavier. Emily's left a note. We need to talk when you're ready. Love you. She still signs with the little heart over the I like she's 19. I fold the paper into a tinier and tinier square until it resembles something I could swallow and forget. I sit at the desk, open the laptop before cowardice catches up. The browser history is clean. Too clean. I dig into the system files. Find a folder labeled Family Pics, created 3 weeks ago. Inside are video backups. I click the latest. Emily fills the frame, eyes shining. Day 12, she says. Tell me something good. Off-camera Jonah answers. You still bite your lower lip when you're deciding between two lies. She laughs, the same intimate huff that first gutted me. They talk about books, songs, the way rain smells different on the West Coast. Nothing graphic, but every syllable is undressing. When she says, I wish I could bottle this feeling, I close the file. I drive to the station, sit in the engine bay among the smells of diesel and industrial soap, and call my sister Claire because she's the only person who knows how to hate gently. You're not gonna do anything stupid, she says after I summarize. Define stupid. Drink, punch walls, sign divorce papers while you're bleeding. I rest my forehead against the cool chassis of Ladder 1. I just want the truth to quit moving. Then ask her for it. Not the screen, not the note, her.
That night I cook again, risotto, the dish we served the night I proposed. She walks in while I'm stirring, smells like cold autumn air. Her eyes are red. She's been crying in the car, the place she thinks I can't see. We eat without speaking. When plates are empty, I pour 2 glasses of water, set one in front of her, keep one in my hand like testimony. I found the videos, I say. Her shoulders sag. No denial, no gasp, just the slump of a suspect who's waited hours for detectives to return. What do you want to know? She asks. Everything. Start at the beginning, and don't stop until you reach the part where you almost lost us. She tells me, the forum, private messages, late calls while I worked 24s. How he lives in Sacramento, teaches music theory, lost his fiancée to leukemia. How they began comparing grief the way kids trade marbles, each story a little brighter, a little heavier. How the attention felt like oxygen after months of watching me run into fires she couldn't enter. I convinced myself it was harmless, she says. Then I convinced myself it was already over, so telling you would only hurt you. I listen, and the listening feels like lifting a stretcher I know will break my back. When she finishes, I ask the question that's been gnawing my ribs. Do you love him? She covers her mouth, breathes through her fingers. I don't know what I feel. I know I love you. The words used to be enough. Now they hang like smoke that'll settle into every corner of the house no matter how fast we wave our hands. We decide on separation. Not because we stopped caring, but because we owe the truth more room than this wounded house can give. She rents a studio downtown. I keep the dog, the mortgage, the echo. Weeks pass measured in small discoveries. I can shop for one. I sleep better with her pillow in the closet. The front porch step still needs paint. We text about bills, about the dog's heartworm meds. about whether to cancel the streaming subscriptions. We do not text about missing. One night the station alarm drops for a 2-story house fire on Maple. Fully involved, possible entrapment. We roll in hot. I'm on the nozzle, crawling through a soup of black heat, when I hear the captain radio. Victim located, 2nd floor rear, east bedroom. I climb, visibility 0, feel my way along the hall. The crew breaches the door. Inside, a young woman clutches a toddler, both unconscious. We pass the child down the line, start CPR on mom. I pump her chest while my ears roar, counting compressions like rosary beads. Return of spontaneous pulse just as we hit the ambulance. She coughs, eyes flutter, focuses on me for one flicker and whispers, "Thank you," before the oxygen mask settles. I sit back on my heels, sweat cooling under turnout gear, and realize I want to tell Emily. Not for praise, just to share the shape of the moment, the way the woman's hand felt in mine, fragile and stubborn at once. I want to tell Emily the way I wanted to when we were 19, and the world still felt generous. I drive to her apartment instead of home. She opens the door in sweatpants, hair twisted up, no makeup. She looks like the girl who used to steal my jackets, only tired. "I saved someone tonight," I say. Her eyes fill. Quicksilver. "Come in." We sit on the floor because the couch is buried in moving boxes. I talk. She listens. When I finish, she reaches out, palm up. I fit my hand inside because some instincts survive even widespread destruction. "I've been going to therapy," she says. "Individual, couples if you ever want." I nod, stare at our interlaced fingers. Map of veins. History of scars. I don't know what I want yet, except maybe not to keep drowning in the same hallway.
She squeezes once, gentle.
Then let's build a bigger hallway. Outside, December starts to snow. Soft clicks against the window like the universe typing a draft we can still revise. For the first time in months, the ache is there, but it has edges now, something I can hold without bleeding out. We sit in the lamplight, two people who know the exact sound trust makes when it breaks, listening for whatever sound it makes when it tries to breathe again.